want to pull my hair out. Oh my god, it's an effing miracle. Welcome back, guys. My name is Mackenzie. If you are new, hit the subscribe button and stick around. I am a fashion merchandising student at Kent State University, and I will be studying abroad for my final semester before I graduate. I leave in 2 days and will be in Florence, Italy from August through December, so 5 months. And today we are going to attempt to fit all of this stuff into one suitcase and one carry-on. Plus, my backpack of choice is going to be my personal item, and we're gonna attempt to fit it all. So stay tuned. If you guys want to see everything that I'm bringing on this trip with a breakdown of why I chose to bring it, and you want to see what all of these items look like on, I highly recommend checking out my last video. I will leave that linked down below in case you guys are interested. Maybe you're going to Europe and are looking to refresh your wardrobe. Perhaps that video will be of help. But in the meantime, we've got quite a bit of stuff that we are working with. So I'm going to kind of walk you guys through. I've got bras and underwear and socks. I've got a few swimsuits. We've got bags. I've got tons of shoes. And then over here it looks chaotic, but it's an organized mess. So we've got tops, I've got pants, I've got dresses, I've got long dresses, I've got a little bit of lounge, and then I've got like chunkier sweaters / outerwear pieces here. And then here is my luggage. So I am a tried and true Samsonite lover. I have used their luggage for pretty much my entire life. I did go ahead and get a new luggage set before leaving for this trip, and there are a couple of reasons why. So first reason that I got new luggage is because my tried and true black and gold set that you see me travel with all the time is a soft top, and after polling you guys and messaging back and forth, I decided that hard top just made the most sense. You guys said that it was better for international travel, so I'm just going to take your word for it. The second reason why I got a new luggage set is because there are different dimensions for international luggage versus domestic luggage. So this carry-on is about 2 inches smaller than my domestic carry-on, so a little bit smaller, but you know, it's going to do the job. And then the third reason that I wanted to kind of upgrade to this is because it's got the TSA lock, and there are a lot of different features to this suitcase that kind of just make more sense for this prolonged 5-month trip. And then I will be using my backpack, like I said, as my personal item. I really love this one in specific because it's got that little like luggage strap, so you can just easily, you know, like slide it on like this. I'm going to be attending school, so a backpack made the most sense. So yeah, here we go. I'm really not concerned about space. I think I'm a little more concerned about weight, so we're gonna do our very best to get this all in there. So it may seem silly to some, but we're actually gonna start off with the carry-on. I just want to kind of set aside a few things that, God forbid, my big suitcase get lost. I will have these with me. So for instance, I need to bring a towel, and I need to bring basic toiletries, and then 3 to 4 days worth of clothing, just in case, you know, like I get stuck with just this. So that's what we're gonna do first. So I just pulled a few days worth of clothing, and we're gonna pack that into one side. Okay, so I prefer to roll my clothing, and I like to put bulkier items on the bottom first. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, one side packed. I find for me the key to hardtop luggage is trying to keep things relatively as flat as possible. This side I'm going to attempt to put my towels, my toiletry case. This is not packed yet. We'll pack this later on in the video. But I'm just gonna lay it flat to kind of get a good idea of how much space it's gonna take up. And then I'm also going to try to fit a couple of pairs of shoes in here, preferably sandals, and 1 pair of sneakers. Okay, so rough general idea of what this suitcase is going to look like. I'm gonna set this aside. I am planning on putting bras, underwear, and socks in here as well, but we're gonna get to that afterwards. So super big. This suitcase is very deep, so it's got a lot of space. I do have packing cubes that came with some other Samsonite luggage. I'm planning on using these for some of my tops and bottoms, but not necessarily everything. So the first thing that we're gonna do is pack up my dresses. I've got quite a few. I usually put bulkier, longer ones at the bottom and then smaller ones on top. These minier dresses that are super short, I usually just fold in half and then in half again. As you can see, they roll up to be like very short. So this is a really easy way to kind of fill this space over here. I have just a few dresses that are maybe pieces. So what I'm doing is rolling these and I'm making sure they're up at the top at easy access. If I end up being maxed out in weight, I plan on just removing some of these maybe items right off of the top. I'm now grabbing my two-piece sets and my bottoms. So some of these like silk pieces have a hard time keeping their shape and they're just obviously like a slinkier material. These are really great items to fold and put in the packing cubes because you can kind of just like keep everything molded into this square rather than things like freely moving around. This one is pretty small, but it actually fits. This is like 10 dresses and a two-piece set. I do have it expanded. Okay, now we're moving on to flowy pants and jeans. Again, I choose to just roll these. I usually fold them in half, then in half again, and then I will start rolling, and I usually roll from the waistband down. And I'm just going to place these right on top of that quote-unquote bulkier layer of dresses. So here I've got sweaters and a couple of like lounge pieces, hoodies and things like that. This is where the weight comes in. Okay, one half clothes, Now we're moving on and we're going to pack up shoes first. So I have 2 pairs of boots and I think this is where the weight is gonna get me. I also saw someone on TikTok recommend stuffing your boots with socks to kind of save space. So that's what I'm doing. Now my goal is to put all of the tops into one of these smaller packing cubes. I would really like not to expand this if possible, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna have to rearrange a couple of things now that I have this cube done. Okay, we're gonna weight test this bad boy. So for my birthday, I got one of these like little handheld scales, and it's life-changing so that you don't have to like wonder how much your luggage weighs. You literally just like put it around the little handle, loop it together, set it to pounds, and then you just lift up. How is this overweight? Like the first day that I did it, it wasn't overweight. Okay, so I had to take a couple of things out. I took out those few dresses and kind of moved a couple of things around, and this is at 48.5 right now. So we're gonna push this aside. There is a chance I'll add something / move things around, but we're gonna grab the carry-on again, and we're going to kind of take another look at this. My carry-on comes with this like little attachment, and I'm attempting to put all of my underwear in here. I will admit, like, I am definitely an underwear overpacker. If I'm an overpacker at anything, it's that, but you know, it is what it is. I'd rather, you know, like just in case, I'd like to have a decent amount of underwear there. So what I'm doing is rolling my like boy short underwear, which is what I like to wear to bed, and I'm putting it in this bottom section, and then I've got little bralettes in this middle section, and then we're gonna attempt to put all of my like daytime thongs and stuff like that in here. So convenient. So this is your reminder that nothing on the internet is as graceful as it seems, because it seemed like everything was going great, and now I'm just having to rearrange a bunch of stuff. I'm getting like super frustrated because last week I did like a rough pack, and I was able to fit like all of this stuff plus like 10-12 more pieces, and it weighed 48 pounds. But what I'm failing to remind myself is that I didn't have any toiletries or like random products, a towel. Like I didn't have all of those things, or like my accessories, things like that. So I'm just kind of like rearranging some stuff and trying to make it work. I've decided that my toiletries just are never gonna get under the limit. So I know it's really risky, but I'm just gonna put all of them in my checked bag. So if my checked bag gets lost, I'm shit out of luck. That's how I usually travel, to be honest. Like, I have like 4 or 5 days worth of clothes in this carry-on, and I never ever ever do that. I usually just pack like all dresses, all pants, all shoes. But I'm like trying to be mindful, but I guess it doesn't really matter if I'm being mindful and putting that in there, you know? Then I might as well have just packed the way I always pack. But everyone is texting in the group chat right now saying that they're all paying extra for their suitcase, and I just really don't want to. Like, I am someone who always has a 50-pound suitcase, like 50 on the dot. So yeah, I just want to pull my hair out. So I'm getting a little frustrated with the packing situation, so I'm going to switch to toiletries. I have this toiletry case that I've used for ever and ever. As you can tell from how disgusting it is, I've tried to clean it 100 different times. All of my little bottles were broken and snapped and whatever, like that's to be expected. I went on probably 30 plane rides in a year, so like this thing has served its purpose. I decided that it was time for me to upgrade to something else. So naturally I got black with gold. I ordered this off Amazon, and I really like it because it's got all these different compartments, and it's got like one of these like hanging hooks, and people said that these slots can fit full-size shampoos. I'm not planning on bringing full-size shampoos. I'm planning on just filling up these little bottles and just like bringing travel minis and just going to the store right when I get there. But I want to just kind of fill this up. We're gonna fill these bottles and just kind of organize this section. So things that I am bringing full sizes of are toothpaste. I just always have a full-size toothpaste in my travel bag. Face wash, I use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost at night. And then deodorant, I use the Degree Ultra Clear. I'm getting a new toothbrush before I go. And yeah, that's pretty much it for full-size products. But I am gonna put shampoo and conditioner into both of these. Okay, I lied about the face wash. I'm just gonna load this baby up. My face wash trying to come out of the bottle. Guess it's safe to say I gotta get a new one. And then I'm using my last bottle for sunscreen. I know that seems really random, but a lot of people said that sunscreen is like really hard to find there, and that they wish they'd packed more American sunscreen. So I'm filling this up with my Sunbum SPF 50. We have a couple of like warmer weather trips planned, and I like to be safe when I'm in the sun. So I almost forgot, I'm bringing a razor and then just another razor head. I know it weirds some people out, but I also am a bar soap girly for life, which is kind of convenient because once I run out of a bar of soap, it's so easy to find one obviously when I get there. So cute little case for it. I hung this up so that I could walk you guys through the toiletries I'm bringing. So toothbrush, toothpaste, this is my makeup eraser. Then in here I have everything that I use in the shower. So shampoo, conditioner, face wash, soap, razor, razor head, deodorant, shaving cream. And then down here I've got sunscreen, bug spray, and my scar cream for the surgery that I just had. Then in here I just have CeraVe healing ointment, tanning drops, one nail polish, and the Hero Cosmetics patches. And then over here I have a couple of Tula skincare things that I use on a regular basis. And then down here I have tampons and my hair oil because it wouldn't fit anywhere. So now we can just roll this bad boy up. I won't lie, I am a little nervous how much this will weigh. But oh well. So we've gone back to the first suitcase and we're attempting to rearrange some things. This one closes fine. Like, it closes easily. The problem is that it just weighs a lot. you guys, this is my last attempt. If this doesn't work, we're just paying the overage fee. Okay. Moment of truth. $48.6! I told you I could do it, Dad! Okay, now guys, the key is if this suitcase will shut, because the way that I was able to get this suitcase under was by putting more into the carry-on, and like the carry-on is like really stuffed. The good news is that if I lost my luggage, like my big suitcase, for any reason, I would be able to go like a pretty decent amount of time in this carry-on. But I'm not sure it's gonna zip, so we're gonna sit on it. Oh my god, it's an effing miracle. Whew. Alright, just for shits and gigs, I do want to know how much this is. 30.3. 80 pounds of luggage. Holy cow. Alright, we gotta move on to my backpack. I'm not gonna lie, I've got quite a bit of stuff that needs to fit into my backpack. I actually upgraded. I always carried a Samsonite backpack, but they have a bigger version, so I ended up getting that for the sake of this trip. It has its own separate laptop pocket, which really sold me on that, because not only am I gonna be using this backpack to travel with on the weekends, but I'm also gonna be using it for class. So in this back little pocket is where I'm gonna be keeping my laptop. I'm not, like, obviously leaving today, but I'll just put it in so that you guys can see. And then in this front flap right here, there's like tons of different pockets. As you can see, there's like a little section back here. And then on this side of the backpack, there are 2 pockets and then 1 zipper pocket. So in this little section right here, I'm going to put a folder. This has like printouts of all the documents that I need, and a journal for school, and then I'm also bringing my planner from Create 365. So just sticking that in there. In this main section, I'm also packing up my journal. I typically write in my journal like once a week, and I really want to bring it and continue that habit when I'm in Europe. I am someone who personally just carries my makeup on. I then usually keep my jewelry with me, and I just keep that in like a little jewelry bag, and I put that towards the bottom because I never end up needing it. Same with my sunglasses. I don't really reach for those the day of. And then in this little pouch right here, this is something that I don't usually have with me when I travel, but I'm bringing it for the sake of Europe. I've got Benadryl, melatonin, Tylenol, and a couple of like Tide eraser things in here, and then I just have some chapstick and a little baby lotion. So this is like pretty much the only liquid I have. They said medicine needed to be in its original case, so I just have it in one of these like little clear little containers. So I'm sticking that in there, and then I am bringing just a little bit of food. I'm just bringing some Cliff Bars for my travel days, and just to kind of get me started when I get there. I only have 6 of them. They come in the pack, so I'm just going to bring all of them. And then I also have some Skittles from my last time that I traveled, and some gum. So with my gum, I usually put this in this little like section right here, and then I always keep a chapstick in this little section, and typically this is where I will keep a couple of extra masks just in case. So sticking those in there. This is pretty full, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's not every day that you leave the country for 5 months. So zip that baby up. And then in this front pocket, this has RFID blocking, which means that like trackers and scammers can't scan through this. So this is a great place to keep your like electronic stuff, your passport, like important things like that. And then I usually keep my hard drive and my camera adapter, just kind of like my electronic equipment I usually keep up here. I don't typically need it, so it doesn't need to necessarily be within reach, but I'm also bringing up my portable charger. I have one of the like really nice ones that has a ton of hold, and then I also have 2 adapters for the Italian outlets, so I'm bringing these as well. And then lastly, in this little pouch, I keep my like little camera strap. This just kind of hooks on, so I usually keep that in there. And then I typically just put my brush in the little like water bottle pocket. I don't know, I've just kind of always done that. And then in my fanny pack is where I keep things that like kind of matter, things that I will need easy access to on a travel day. So I typically keep my vaccine card, my passport, my wallet, my camera, if I had keys, those kind of things I would keep in this. This doesn't really count as a personal item, I don't think. I've pretty much done the fanny pack backpack combo for practically every trip I go on, and I've never had anyone stop me for it. And you can hide it underneath of a sweatshirt if you need to. So I just have those couple of things in there. I also usually keep my AirPods. And then one last thing that I do want to mention is that I actually am bringing my Longchamp. I love bringing this tote places, mostly because it's the most practical bag ever. It can get wet, and it just like works for literally everything. I can't say enough good things about it. I got it for my 16th birthday and I still use it all the time. My favorite part about this bag is that it actually folds up, so it's very easy to just like shove in places. Sometimes I put it in my backpack, sometimes I put it in a suitcase. It kind of just depends. This time around I'm not really sure where it's gonna go, but see, folds up so nice and small. All right, entirely too many hours later, but no tears. I think, guys, I am officially packed and ready to go to Florence. I cannot believe it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that some of you might have come here for more of an informational video, and I hope you learned that this was more of a realistic pack with me experience. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love to have you guys join the fun for all of my Florence adventures, and I will talk to you in Italy. Love you guys.